Alright, what's going on, guys? It's my guy VTEC here. In today's video, we are continuing the GSR build once again. Now, I'm really sorry about the last two videos. They were super long. I think they were both around 20 minutes, so I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully, we are going to be doing this video in less than 10 minutes. If it goes over, it goes over, but I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible since I've put out 2 long videos in the last 2 weeks. So hopefully this week, we'll have a shorter video for you guys. So yeah, that's that. But today we're gonna be putting on the oil baffle pan, the strainer, and the oil pan. Now, earlier this morning, I actually went ahead and put on the main seal, as you guys can see in there. I didn't record it just because it's kind of hard to like record with this thing in the way, so I decided not to do that. But it is pouring outside right now, surprisingly for California. There's a little teggy right there. Now that also reminds me, if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, please go follow me because I post a lot of pictures of my car. But anyways, we are going to flip the motor around so that we could access the bottom, put on the baffle pan, the strainer, and the oil pan today. Oh, and I cannot forget about the VTEC Solenoid. We're also going to be putting this on today as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and flip this bad boy over. Hopefully I don't drop it for some reason. It's really not that heavy. Still. Right, there it is. Alright, so here is the bottom of the motor. I actually already went ahead and put on the baffle pan this morning when I was doing the main seal. It's not fully on, I still need to put on some screws. But this is what we are working with today. We're going to fasten down this with more bolts. Then we're going to put on the strainer. Then we're going to be putting on the oil pan. So hopefully it's a pretty short video, but we will see. Alright, so we're going to start with putting the rest of the bolts in on the baffle pan here. So just go ahead and put these all around. And I am going to look up the torque spec just because. Alright, so we got all the bolts in. Now, I already know somebody's going to tell me that I'm calling this thing the wrong thing. Now, a lot of people call it the windage tray. On a couple of different diagrams, it's called the baffle. So, that's what I call it. But people have their own things. Call it what you want, boy. Alright, so up next, we got the oil pickup tube here that goes right there. So, what I have here is an OEM gasket. If you guys can see that, it'll focus. But it's the OEM gasket for the oil pickup. Now what I'm gonna do is actually put just a tad bit of RTV on this thing, and then we're gonna slap it on. So, gotta get the RTV right here. All right, so there it is. It's a very thin layer. Might not be able to tell, but it is super thin. So we're gonna drop that on here, and we're gonna put it on top. All right, so there is that. Drop the pickup on top. And boom, tighten her down. So right here we just have normal little 6mm bolts, and then right here we have a M6 by 14, I believe, for these 2 screws. All right, so now moving on to the oil pan here. What I'm gonna do is put a thin layer of RTV all the way around. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more, but I'm gonna put a thin layer all the way around just on the oil pan. And then I have the actual gasket right here. So if you guys didn't know, the side with the ribs right here are supposed to be on the oil pan, and the flat side goes towards the block. So when I put this on, let me just show you guys real quick. Also, I'm gonna real quick just clean the surface of the block off really nicely. All right, so we got that all cleaned up, but like I said, make sure the flat side of the gasket is towards the block. Now, you really cannot screw this up, to be honest, because even if you have it the other way, it's not gonna fit right. So just do it this way and you will be fine. So we're gonna put it on the bolts all the way around. Make sure it lays flat. As you can see, we put it all the way around the little studs right here. It's nice and flat. You could easily see the screws through there, so that's nicely. It's not gonna get ruined when I try tightening it down. So now that it's on the block, it's time to put a little thin layer of RTV all over the oil pan, and we're gonna throw it on. All right, so I know not the best view right here. We're just gonna put a little bit of this RTV on the gasket. On the oil pan. Now, some people say this isn't necessary. I just did it on my old motor, and it seemed to work fine. So that's what I'm gonna do on this one as well. So I'm just gonna kind of lay it down on the inside. All right, so there we go. Now what I've seen a lot of people actually do is put a little bit more RTV around the corners. Sometimes they even put it on the block. But for me, I'm just gonna keep it like this because I know this worked for me last time, so this is how I'm gonna do it this time as well. All right, so we got a nice little thin coat of RTV all around the oil pan. So let's just go ahead, slap it on. All right, so we got the bolts on all the way around, and then we're gonna torque it down to 108 inch-pounds. So there's 95, 100. All right, so I got the torque sequence there. Good thing I remembered that. I was about to just tighten it up. But yeah, so it's pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, if you look it up online, you could easily find it. So that's what we're gonna be torquing it down to here. So we're gonna start with this one over here. So we got everything on, all torqued down to 108 inch-pounds. Like you can see, like I said, the gasket will poke out a little bit. Now, I am a little worried about some areas. It's poking out a little more than others, but I think it's fine. But I'm gonna definitely double check before I put it on the car, because once it's on the car, it's just a big fat pain in the butt to fix. So now that we got all that on, it is time to put on the final piece for today's video. We're gonna be putting on the VTEC Solenoid, that's right. So let's flip this baby back over and let's put that on. Well, hopefully this goes well. Alright, so we got the VTEC Solenoid here. I obviously need to replace that sensor right there, this green one, but I will do that in the future. So, right here, we got the gasket in, as you can see, VTEC Solenoid gasket. And we are going to drop it on right here. So let's get these bolts. All right, so there it is on. Now it's time to torque it down. So it is 108 inch-pounds. So let's reset this. 108. So there it is. Now also I am going to go ahead and remove these top screws because it came with another gasket that you're supposed to replace inside this little valve. All right, so there is the old one. So we're gonna take it out. We got the new one in my hand over here. So we're gonna take this one out. All right, so we finally got the old one out. There that one is. Strap the new one in, put it on top. All right guys, so we got the VTEC Solenoid. We replaced both of the gaskets. But anyways, that is basically it for this video, guys, today. So we got the oil pan on and we got the VTEC Solenoid on. Now, there's just a couple other things we have to do. Obviously, all these coolant tubes, I have to figure out where to go. I know there's like a sensor that goes over here. There's a bunch of just little stuff that I have to do now to the engine. All the major stuff is basically done. But anyways, I hope we came under that 10-minute mark, hopefully. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, before I leave, I also did not upload the video like I said I was going to do on the timing belt. So I went ahead and put on the timing belt. Now, I told everybody that there wasn't a short video just explaining it really easily. But there actually was, after I did a couple, you know, doing a little more research. I found a couple videos that actually had it. So I might throw a couple clips in here depending on how long this video is of me putting on the timing belt. But I decided just to not upload it because there actually is a couple videos out there. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, guys.